Hi guys, and welcome back to The Batch Lady. I am Suzanne Mulholland, and on today's show I am going to show you how to do some very simple white sauce. On the Batch Lady channel I always like to show you how to make fast, simple, easy, homemade foods that you can make in advance and get in the freezer for whenever you need it, and this is exactly what we're doing today with a white sauce. Okay, so we've got, I've doubled lots of the mixture, so we've got butter. In fact, I've almost quadrupled the mixture, so we're going to have quite a lot here. So we've got butter that's melting in the pan, we've got milk, flour, it's plain flour, and we've got some nutmeg, okay? Usually I would say put the flour and the nutmeg in the milk, give it a good stir around, and then start to add it to the melted butter. But in fact, I've got too much in my bowl, so I can't do that. That's a very easy way to do it. But here we can just add in some of the butter. So we'll just add in half the butter, and I'm using a little whisk, a tiny little whisk that is just easy to stir around, and I'm using a whisk that you need for non-stick pans. I've got a non-stick pan here, so my whisk is like covered in some plastic stuff, which is good. So we've started that off, so we're really making a roux, just like I should already have posted some roux that you can make into ice cubes, so we're basically making a roux. And as we start to add the rest of the flour, we'll just pull it out. It really starts to thicken up. Now this is a great base. So we're making a white sauce. White sauce we can use for lasagna and for moussaka, which is brilliant. But we also want to make sure that we can use it for other stuff. So I'm going to add some nutmeg into this. So I know I need 2 teaspoonsfuls for this amount of white sauce. So that will make some white sauce, but you can also choose if you want. If I was making a cheese sauce, I might not add so much nutmeg in. I hope I added teaspoons. Yeah, I added teaspoons, which is fine. This is going to go a long way. So then you start to add your milk, preferably in a jug that will pour, unlike my jug. And you just keep mixing it around. So this is going to be quite nutmeg in the end, but I actually really like it like that. It gives a really nice flavour. Now, the more you stir it, that sauce, just the milk just disappears into it, and it becomes thicker and thicker. So that's why this is the type of thing that you think, well, it only takes 2 minutes to make. Well, actually, you have to keep stirring it. And even when I'm stirring this, chatting to you, that won't be long before something terrible goes wrong with that unless I keep watching it. So you really want to not be faffing about with this midweek. You know, you don't want to come in and start doing this. Oh, this is a bad one to do on the videoing. I'm just getting it all over the place. I'm trying to do it fast, and it's probably one of those slow jobs. And that's why I like to do this in advance, because this is the type of job that makes a mess. I've had to get the flour out. I've had to melt the butter. Had to find the nutmeg. It's now all over my aga. So actually, yeah, I'm quite glad I'm making this in advance. This is going to make quite a lot of white sauce that I'm now not going to have to make for another time. So I'm not quite finished pouring in, but I'm going to show you, because my camera up there isn't really working. Can you see that? So that's becoming a really nice sauce. Now I've still got half the milk to go in, so it's going to get slightly lighter in colour than that. Now, I'm going to just lay that there because you don't want to watch this being made till the bitter end. All I'm going to do is wait for that to cool, okay? Once it's slightly cooled, not completely cooled, but I can then start to put it into my little Ziploc bags. I'm going to put a cup into each bag. I can't do it because it's too hot just now. And I'm going to then lay the bag flat. It means next time I go to make a lasagna or a moussaka, or I want cheese sauce, I can just pull it out. You can literally run it under cold water and throw it on a pan, and it will defrost in the pan very quickly. Okay, so even if you forgot to do it, you can do this, and you'll always have white sauce ready for whenever you need it. I hope you enjoyed that little tip. Thank you very much. I'm off for a large glass of wine. Au revoir. Oh, subscribe, please. Before the wine, subscribe.